set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Demon Deacons offense will start this game off. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. And the returner will be dragged down. The Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. It's still 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Tillman. it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Off the play fake. Buys a little time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Moves around to clear up the vision. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. The Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get it.
Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football. I'm like, okay, he's number 3 or 4 on my list of who I think can beat me. But now he does that. Now it puts it in the back of my mind. I got to think about it. I got to stay home. I got to stay disciplined. Nice little curveball by the offense.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. DB's right up on the receivers. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Touchdown, Wake Forest! What a catch and run for 6.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Direct snap. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They're going to ride this running back.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Dropping back, it's Tillman. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Lets it go. Finds a man on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Demon Deacons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession. Yeah,
it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Running to the left. Delivers to contact. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen.
And the Demon Deacons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking to throw, it's Tillman. He's got his man.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Snags it over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Noles look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
After the misfire, now on second down. They want to just keep throwing it, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Completes it in the middle. Oh, they knock it free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for space, it's Youngblood. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house and make big plays.
And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Back open in the middle. Dances away again. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great...
Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Tillman. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the pass, defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They'll try to pop the draw. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. On the option. Now the toss. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A 3rd down try for the offense. The snap sets up the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quarterback on the keeper. Dances away from one. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Great read by the quarterback on that play. He saw the defensive end screaming down the line of scrimmage to tackle the running back. That's an easy read. That's an easy pull by the quarterback, and then he's able to take off and go get it first.
He's got it down the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Got his man in the middle.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. He finds his man.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got his man on the right. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The Noles in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down. On first down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2-3.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On target. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Demon Deacons will line it up on 1st and 10.
An offense has practiced this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Here's the handoff. Sweet feet on the move. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Demon Deacons are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking to throw, it's Tillman. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. And that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his back in the middle.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You've got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Quick toss. Got it inside the 15. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive...
Afterburner's coming. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air, it's Tillman. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force it in.
Fires one high and deep. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And what a way for this defense to end it.